is Grace, and it is almost 2 o'clock on Thursday. Anyway, I'm going to do a video because it's much easier for me to do it as a video, and this one is going to be about trying to get a job at my age. I am 53 as of Sunday, and it started becoming difficult for me to get a job. I'd say probably sometime in my 40s, like mid to late 40s, but closer really to 50. The closer I got to 50, forget it. I mean, people were rude, you know, even though there are laws against it. No, those don't seem to apply to some people. But yeah, I want to talk about that and being older and not being able to get a job, you know. Okay, the other day I was on the phone with one of my sisters. She's a little bit older, about 3 years, 3.5, and I told her about, you know, how hard difficult it's been to get a job, and she's disabled, so she doesn't work, and she hasn't been in the workforce for many years, probably since she was in her early 40s. And I told her about how difficult it is, and she was saying that there was a Lucille Ball show. One of the episodes was about, you know, when you know, Lucille left her job and she went to try to apply for, you know, another secretarial job, and she was saying that all they wanted were the young women, and so they hired the young women, and basically the gist of it was that they realized the young women didn't have enough experience, and so they hired her. Just the joke was to find out that she wasn't as experienced either. But she was a little more, but not as much as they needed, or something like that. I didn't see that. But here's the thing. The thing is, you can't even get your foot in the door. I mean, barely. I have been trying since, I don't know, probably I was 49, 48, 49. And I am serious when I say that some of these people, these employers, would actually, like they'd call me, you know, I'd fax in my resume. I did it that old-fashioned way. Faxed it in, you know, doesn't have anything that would really tell my age on it. And then they would call me, and I'm serious, if it was somebody younger, you know, like say mid-30s and younger, I would hear like a disappointment in their voice once they heard mine. I am serious. It was like they knew, oh no, you know. And you know, we do have laws, but like I said, I actually have spoken to the, you know, the federal, which of course, you know, they have to prove it to the state, is what I was told in the state. And I was basically told more than once that you got to prove it, and it's going to be next to impossible. So we have laws, but who's going to enforce them? Because it's going back to some day and time when a woman or anybody had to prove, you know, had to have a witness for something like that was done against them. How are you going to have a witness, you know? So what are these laws for anyway? But yeah, I'm on a roll about this because I'm just waiting to get my recertification to go back to work in one particular field. And I saw it in that field. I know I'd seen it in other fields. You know, you look around and all you see are people, say age 35, or maybe the management was probably more like in their 40s, but anybody just working there, yeah, they were going to be 35 and under, and a lot of them say 30 average, you know, 28 to 30. Now after the interview, if the phone interview, if I actually got a face-to-face interview after they just one actually told me over the phone, she was a younger woman, she said, you can come in and apply, you can come in and interview, it's just not going to do any good. And it was like all she had heard me say was, you know, yes, this is my, you know, and say my name, and she just you know, kind of attitude. And anyway, after that, if I actually get an interview, I have gone in and heard them immediately, just after meeting me, say, well, we're looking for somebody more energetic. You know, that's code word for young. Because how can you make that determination that a person isn't energetic just by meeting them? What was I going to do? Be jumping up and down? You know? But really, it was obvious. You know, that is code word for young. Energetic is young. And the positions that I work in, this is what makes it even worse. The job is working in as an activity director, which has a different meaning than you might think. But it's in senior living communities, you know, like assisted living, memory care. And these are elderly people, often, you know, I'd say 75 years old and older. I've seen as much as 105. And the activities would be not just bingo, but it's not anything very energetic. In fact, you know, them being older, we wouldn't want to push them, you know. So mine would be the job as the director. You know, I would be organizing the people to do these jobs. You know, certain people working there to do the activities, not the jobs, but the activities. Now, given all that, would you really think it would be wise to have somebody who is very energetic to do activities with people over 75, you know, up to 105? So you get the gist of what I'm saying. It's just ageism, and you know, every time I apply for one of these, when I turn around, the next thing I know, the job's open again. And I have actually spoken to a lot of these, you know, these residents there. These are people, you know, I don't like the word elderly, but they would say, I don't know why they hire these young people. All they want to do is listen to their own music, and they're this, and they're just bad mouthing them really bad. And you know, if you're, say you're 90 years old, do you really want somebody that's going to be listening to their music that is current? You know, do you want to be listening to it? You know, so it was, you know, there was something there. And one of the things is, you know, that they can pay them younger, but I think they now pay them younger, pay them lower, like in management. So they're going to have people in their 30s in management, and they don't want somebody their mama's age, you know. Okay, I'm not sure where I left off in the video. I went in the store and came back out and down the road some. But really, it was about jobs, and at my age, trying to get a job, and just seeing so much ageism. It's unbelievable. Male or female, usually it's females that are, you know, the ones there that are interviewing, and I've seen young ones, and I have, you know, verified that they pay them really little to do their job. It's even, you know, the people that are hiring are often the executive directors. That's the top person there at the community, and they're usually, I'd say, around age 30, and they think that making, you know, like say around $30,000 a year is what managers usually earn, and with a whole lot of experience, and it's not. That job usually pays more, closer to around $70,000 a year. So that's one of the reasons they hire them. Plus, as I've heard for years, a lot of places, you know, at a certain point in time started hiring people, and what they were doing was hiring the youngest, the greenest, people who never done that kind of job, you know, because I worked in another field and it was very common. And it's got a lot of laws, rules, and regulations like this one. The one I worked in before was medical. And you didn't have to have a certification, but you had to have a pretty good idea of the laws. Well, no, they were hiring people who didn't. People just like off the street kind of people. Never worked in the field before. So they would do whatever they told them to do. And would tell them, well, if you didn't do anything wrong, it's all on us. No, it's not. That is so untrue. So yeah, they hire somebody who's younger and green, you know, they don't have experience and everything, so they can just do whatever they want to. That's these big corporations. So anyway, that's my event for today, and I will talk to y'all on another day.